Okay, Overwatch Cheat Police, Volume 2. Right, so, played a game of Viking World, and the enemy team was calling this guy out for cheating basically the entire game. Now at the end, the play of the game, it definitely looked that way, but I don't want to jump to conclusions here. It looked very funky, but I want to go over the whole game here. So we're starting at the very start of the game. We start on attack, so let's see how things go. Okay, nothing weird here so far. This is a very normal grapple spot. Okay, so it's very normal. I assume he's gonna look at the very back at the door, so we're gonna crank it down to see where he looks, because this will be important. Okay. Obviously, there's nothing here. There's not like a person there or anything. But already you can tell this guy is not a super experienced Widow player, because if you are, you already know the lineups over here and not this green building. There's no point looking over here, because if there was a Widow player, you know, here for example, and she was ready for it, then you're gonna have to, you know, flick all the way over here, and you're gonna 100% lose that to any decent Widow player. So he's gonna look down, sees everything, go for a pick maybe. Nope, doesn't even try. Falling, sees Diana. Whoa, okay, that's a really bad shot. Still falling, no adjustments yet. Still no crosshair adjustments, still nothing. Now we're doing it, adjusting. Sense looks too slow to adjust properly. And they missed them, okay. So already you can tell this is a really bad Widow player. Okay, nice shot. It was a body, but we'll have a look at it again. See what it's really looking like here. Flick this up a little bit. Okay, and then here comes the Ashe coming around the corner. Gonna aim right into where she's gonna fall into. Wants to take the shot early. Flicks to him. Okay, it's like super slow Widow play, but it looked totally normal. Randomly spamming at nothing, shooting a shield, up on the bridge. Widow death, that looked pretty normal to me. But we'll go back, have another look, just in case. I'm not gonna wait that long. Okay, grapples up, sees the Widow beforehand, so she knows she's gonna be standing over there. Pre-aims her. Kind of, not super accurate, but a little bit. Go for the shot here. No. Oh, okay. Now, this could just be a replay error, bug, kind of a little bit like Counter-Strike has, but essentially what I'm looking at here is, let me go a little bit full speed so we can go back to it, right? And then we're gonna crank all the way down, and I'll explain why this looks weird, right? So look, she's gonna adjust her crosshair onto her head, look, and she's strafing to the left for us, but to the right for her. And so she's gonna adjust. Continues to adjust, and as you can see, already he's overflicked, right? So he was down here and he sees the Widow standing here and doesn't realize she's moving, so he flicks over to where her head would have been and then overflicks her head. And what's going to happen is his crosshair is going to somehow go from here, flick past her, and then adjust straight onto her face. Look, we'll go back a tiny bit so you can see it. I'm not going to pause it or anything in between so you can really see what I'm talking about. So look, he's going to flick over and over adjust back onto her head. Over flick, just back onto the head. So, not necessarily proof of anyone cheating, but not exactly super normal. But it could just be a replay bug, so we'll see. Maybe he just had high latency and that's just what it made it look like on the server side. Spamming shields, flicking around a lot. Just walking around here. Pointless venom mine. Grapple up. Headshot the hog. Looked kinda normal. Go back a little bit. Now I'm not gonna do this for absolutely every shot, but I just want to see super early what's going on here. Because definitely later in the game it looks a little weirder. Here we are. Obviously sees the hog. Adjusts for his head. Sure, I mean, I guess. I mean, probably just a replay thing. It looked like a shot him in the body and his head, but it is what it is. Gonna peek. Hits the Mercy. That looked a little funky as well, but we're not going to go back and have a look. It looked no more funky than all the other ones. That was a nice shot. Can hear that Widow. Close the Hogs here. Okay. The shot on the Mercy was realistic, but I don't know. Okay, he gets deft again. Getting ready for it to do the grapple. Doesn't do it. Go forward a little bit here. Okay, let's go back. We went a little too far forward. So let's see what happens here. Grapples up. So he has no info on where anyone is right now. So let's see where he pre-aims. Look on the high ground. Yep, very normal. Then he's going to adjust to low ground. Sees the Ana. Take a shot at her. Aiming at her body, at her feet now. Aims up. Yeah, I mean, possible. Definitely. Definitely doesn't look that weird. Misses. Headshots the ball. Miss. Headshots the Widow. Headshots the Tracer. Okay, that's definitely where things start to look a little weird. So, let's see him miss. I want to see how much he misses by. Right? Because we obviously know from the other shots that his aim's very good, so he shouldn't miss by much if he's going for a shot like this. Massive miss. Absolutely enormous miss. So, that's not very good. Typically, if your aim is very good, you're not going to miss by such a huge margin. There we go. We get into a decent FOV. Realistic. Okay, yeah, very normal. I mean, top 500 Widow players can hit that shot. Maybe not as consistently, but definitely possible. Now, with the ball slamming her, it's definitely going to be harder to hit the shot, especially on a Tracer. Okay, and that was not on her head at all. She shot, like, hit them, like, straight up in the stomach. Okay, we'll see. So, what I'm thinking is it's kind of like a trigger bot, maybe? Or maybe it's kind of like an aim assist where, yeah, I mean, you like, shot her straight in the legs, bro, and a headshot. So, silent aim, could be silent aim, could be aim assist, or it could be trigger bot. We're looking for those things. It doesn't really look super aim bot-y right now, but it could be aim assist, trigger bot, or whatever else I fucking said. Aim assist, trigger bot, and I don't know. Shut up. So dies. We're still dead. Okay, we're walking back. In for sight now. Got plenty of info. Random venom mine. I mean, this is a pretty bad info sight, but sure, I guess. Okay, lining up. And then get stiffed. Okay. Looking for the grapple. Nice shot on the Widow. Let's go back and have another look at that. I want to look for the weird stuff. The funky stuff. Now, I will say something about Overwatch and aimbots is typically the cheats are very high quality in Overwatch. Like, it's pretty rare to find really, really bad looking aimbots, especially for like Widowmaker aimbots, because they just the way they're designed, they look very, very human. Like the way cheats are being developed now, they're very good at looking human. So it's less about a couple funky shots and more about consistency. We're looking for consistently weird things than we are about one weird thing, because one weird thing can be explained away, but consistently weird things are harder to be coincidences. So the pre-aim's a weird spot here. Now every other time he's pre-aimed over here, but for some reason he pre-aims over here. I don't know why. Maybe he's assuming the Widowmaker's playing over there. She hasn't played there before, but he's gonna see no one's there. Weird overcorrection downwards, and then I guess spots the Widow and decides to flick upwards. Really strange movement to make, but sure. Widow's jumping. This is a realistic shot. She jumped. And then, see, like, now the thing is that looks super weird to me is he very, very rarely actually flicks onto people's heads. He normally flicks very close and then clicks, and it kills them. So look, he's not going to go anywhere near her head here. Look, so he's flicking up and slightly to the right. So his crosshair ends like here, but when he clicks, he kills her. So see, like, very strange. No one is going to flick vertical and then horizontal. People just go diagonal, because that's the easiest movement to make. It'd be weird to go like this. That's extremely, like, it's not human at all to do like a 90-degree turn like this all of a sudden when you're aiming. Back a tiny bit. We're gonna look at it one more time with the weird flick. Flicks back over to her. Gonna flick slightly diagonally upwards to the right, and then go for the, yeah. So right now, a lot of characteristics of an aimbot going on. or aim assist. Typically with aim assists, it's about when you're aiming on a target and click, it kind of helps you keep your crosshair on them or very near them. It's like, you know, like think of like aim assist in like Apex Legends when you're using a controller or something like that. It's very kind of just helps your crosshair stay near people or on people a little bit, right? That's typically what you look for in aim assists. Trigger bots is you move your crosshair over someone and then obviously the cheat will shoot for you. Aim bots are you hit an aim key, whether that's your left mouse button or any other key on your keyboard, you press it and your crosshair will find either, there's typically two different ways an aimbot will do it. It's either it flicks to the target nearest to you, your player model, or it flicks to the nearest to your crosshair. Typically it's, unless you're rage cheating, it's typically, if you want to look legit, it's nearest to your crosshair, but people rage cheating will typically do it to the nearest to them, because obviously then people who are farther away are less likely to kill you. Obviously, unless you're like going as widows, but I guess it really depends on the cheater and how they want to use it. But as you saw, the flick with the 90-degree turn in it, super weird. That's very indicative of an aimbot. There's a tracer here, the recall, venom mine, ball comes down. Some really, okay, so like this is another thing that's super weird. So this is awful tracking, like really, really awful tracking. Right, so let's see, random venom mine again. And the ball lands, and then we're going to see this SMG tracking, because it's just awful. So typically you would think, now there's obviously some players who have very good click timing but terrible tracking. Kefri's one of them. Kefri's Widow is, I wouldn't say it's top tier, he's a good Widow player. For Grandmaster Widow level, he's an okay Widowmaker player. And his tracking is absolute asshole. His tracking is atrociously bad. But it's better than this. I mean, he's off it, overcorrects downwards, and then he's lacking behind, overcorrects way too far forward, and then just gives up on the tracking. Just really, really bad tracking. He saw this Ana. It's not weird that he's shooting at her. Sees her again. We're gonna go upwards, shoot the ball. Totally normal. A little strange that he wouldn't check the other angles, just instantly goes for the shot on the ball, but SMGing nothing. Sees the okay, that was a little bit absurd. Like that was like, if you hit this shot, that's like the best shot you're ever gonna hit in your life. That's incredible. So he's gonna aim over here for no reason at all, by the way. We're yet to see a person play in this position, and it's not a good spot to play. And if you're dueling another Widow, it would make sense. Maybe she's up here, you know, maybe she's over here, maybe she's all the way to the right over there, you know, or she's over here, or over here. Like, so many spots to be. Over here is not good at all. And then pre-aiming it just tells you that this is not a good Widowmaker player, because a good Widowmaker player has no reason to look over here, because it's a bad spot to play as another Widowmaker. So he's gonna go here, aims at nothing, sees the Mercy flying across the screen, corrects his crosshair down to where she was a while ago, which is another thing. Now we know he's not a good aimer whatsoever, because he has no prediction skills at all. So he's aiming over here, sees Mercy over here, flicks down. Now Mercy's way past his crosshair. You can tell this is completely unpracticed aim. This is terrible so far. Still hasn't corrected for the GA, even though he saw it. Then he's flicking over, massively under flicks, way underneath her, aiming at her legs, and then insta snaps up to her head and then snaps back down. Okay, this guy is 1000% cheating, and this honestly, I could have told you this guy was cheating even without seeing this, simply based on his movement, his positioning, crosshair placement, general cooldown usage, the places he pre-aims and looks, and just the kind of way he plays in general compared to the shots he hits makes no sense at all. Plus his aim when he's not obviously blatantly aimbotting is atrocious. Is lacking basically everywhere. He doesn't really have a skill he's very good at. But I mean, that was just blatantly aimbotting. So I mean, we're gonna go through the rest of it, but we already know the guy's cheating. For some reason shoots a ball, not the Widow or the Ana, sorry. Falls from where he's hiding. Forgets that Ana exists. What the fuck was that shot? I don't even know who he hit. Wait, what? Does he hit the hog? Okay, like massively overflicks the hog. Aims at his legs. Still aiming at his legs. Looks at his arm and then shoots in his crosshair, snaps to his head and snaps back. So I think this is like a weird kind of aimbot where basically what it does is it's basically silent aimbot. So he's aiming in one spot and when he clicks, it snaps his crosshair to the nearest head, hits it, and then snaps back to where it was. I think that's how silent aimbot works. but on your screen your crosshair doesn't move. But on everyone else's screen, your crosshair's snapping insanely, like 1 frame there, click, and then 1 frame back. So it's typically like 2 frames it takes, or maybe at 1 frame to go there and back. I'm not 100% sure how silent aim works. I've never really had much experience with a silent aim bot. But I mean, that was also very weird looking. His game froze or something. So, another thing about this, I slipped a tracer down here. If you're a Widowmaker player and you hear the sleeping tracer, you're thinking free kill. That's absolutely a free kill. But he doesn't care about it. Domes them, looking for the tracer. Infrasight. Normal. I mean, yeah, this is like, I mean, but like, the thing is you can't even give him benefit of the doubt anymore. Like, you know, wait until he plays McCree, by the way. His McCree is what really gave it away. Goes for the Widow, or the Mercy instead of the Widow. Strange reason. That shot was a little bit absurd as well, I want to see that. Goes for the Mercy, and then you would think, okay, I'm going to duel this Widow now. I want to fight the Widow. Sees the Mercy peek. Widow shoots. Now you saw the Widow shoot, so you would want to go, okay, the Widow shot. Let's look for her because she can't hit me right now. But he doesn't do that, and he's gonna re-peek. Let's go. He's gonna go. Okay, let's shoot this Widow now. Aiming at their toes. Okay. Widow jumps. She can't even see. Okay. Sure, dude. Sure, man. Headshots the Roadhog. Headshots the Hog again. Not necessarily an unrealistic amount of shots he's hitting here, but definitely not for how bad he's showing himself to be.
Payload is on its way.
What else are we gonna do here? Holding an angle. Pretty useless angle to be on right now. Uses his grapple. Going for the Hog, hits a body, hits another body, hits another body, head. I mean, yeah. If his aim wasn't like blatantly snapping, I would say this is just extremely good Widow play. But like another thing is like, even if his aim was this good naturally, you would still this is not a good Widowmaker player. His Venom main usage is terrible. His grapple usage is somehow even worse. His ult usage is also somehow worse. Positioning is terrible. His aim in general is awful. The overcorrections, the terrible angles that he shoots at, the way he moves his mouse control is awful. His comfortable FOV range in which he can hit targets is so incredibly small. It's like basically everything about this guy is bad. His aim is probably some of the worst I've ever seen, to be completely honest. Like, it's really bad. His tracking is borderlining completely useless. Like, it's not even like it's not even worth tracking objects with him, because I don't know if he's got Parkinson's or something, or like his brain was like taken out by a doctor years ago and he's like functioning somehow still. I don't know what the fuck's going on. His aim is atrocious though. Nice grapple. Randomly shooting Venom Mine and for no reason. It doesn't even do anything, but sure, I guess. Still an Infra. Not scared of this ball at all. Waiting for grapple. Still isn't scared of ball. Position. Like, look at this positioning, bro. Oh my god. Okay, honestly, I've seen enough Widow. I've seen enough. We clearly know he's blatantly cheating on Widow. He's still in Widow here. He's still in Widow here. Still in Widow here. Still in Widow here. Still on Widow. Now he's on McCree. Let's see his McCree. Or Cassidy, or whatever you want to call him. I think his name's McCree though. Okay, so he's on Widow. And this is where he stops to McCree. Yeah, okay, here we go. Just want to see a bit of McCree gameplay. We already know he's cheating, but I want to see a little bit. So look, he's toggling his settings a little bit. Insta dink, dink. Shoots the deflect. Dink. Dink, dink. Fans the guy from a million years away. Deletes the tracer. Yeah, okay, bro. Dink, dink, dink. Oh my god, holy shit. Dink. Oh my fucking god, bro. Yeah, okay. Guys, listen. Listen, guys. This guy just plays a lot of Kovacs, okay? He just plays a lot of Kovacs. This is totally normal. This is totally normal. He just plays Kovacs, bro. Holy shit. There is absolutely zero attempt. This guy gave up on hiding it a long ass time ago. Oh, okay. Just, what the fuck is he doing? Dink. Dink again. Dink. Dink. Holy shit, bro. Okay. This is, guys, this is attainable by aim training, guys. Just keep practicing, you'll get this good. Oh, another random fan. Fanning the shield. Dinks him. Dinks the mercy. Oh my fucking god. Alright, listen. Okay, I was gonna give this guy the benefit of the doubt and just say maybe he just has incredible aim at like the start before I started watching the VOD, but after watching this VOD, it's like this is blatant cheating. And the thing is like, the thing that annoys me about people who are cheating is people typically cheat because they're awful and they know they're awful. So what's gonna happen is this guy's aim was so bad that he didn't want to practice, didn't want to get any better, didn't want to do any of that. He just decided, I'm just going to download some cheats, bro, and I'm just going to insta-delete everyone. I'm going to be so good. Like, this is like... Or maybe he stole an account because no way are you cheating on an account that's not. Or maybe he started cheating recently and he was bored of being hard stuck diamond or whatever fucking SR we're in right now. Holy shit.
Much better.
Oh, staring at her through the wall. Oh my god. Okay, so... I honestly, I don't even want to watch the rest. I think that sums it up for Overwatch cheap list. This video was so short and was actually so bad in quality because this guy just didn't even give us like a detective moment. We're like, maybe, like, it was just instantly, like, from like the first couple shots, I was like, this guy's probably cheating. And then as soon as he got on McCree, it become definite. I mean, it was definite a long time ago, but this is nuts. When I run into people cheating in games, bro, I want them to make it as difficult as humanly possible for me to figure out if they're cheating or not, because I like that challenge of trying to decide. Because obviously after playing Counter-Strike for a decade and knowing how cheats work and knowing how cheaters work and knowing what they want to do and how they do it and how cheats work, how they're coded, things like that, helps massively in detecting people who are cheating. And I think I'm very, very good at it. So I want to find people who are very good at hiding it, and I want to try and, you know, see if I can find anything that gives it away, because I think that's a lot of fun. But I mean, this guy has absolutely zero attempt at trying to hide it at all, and he makes it very boring. Like, give me a challenge at least. Like, let me try and figure out. This is where they were like, guys, this guy's blatantly cheating. You were like, yeah, we know. We're sorry.
Lights out.
Dead eye. Nice. Dang. Yeah, okay. Well, you know what? I'm sorry. Honestly, maybe I'll do another variety video. Maybe I'll make like a 20 minutes till dawn video. I want to play DayZ sometime. Actually, I've been loving the concept of DayZ recently. I want to play more DayZ, so maybe I'll do a video on that. But honestly, I'm sorry. This video was not as good as I was hoping it would be. I thought it would be a little bit harder to figure out if this guy was cheating or not. So actually, you know what? If you guys ever run into a cheater in a game, or someone you think is cheating in the game, if it's on like Counter-Strike, send me like the demo link. I'll have a look at it. Send me, or like an Overwatch code, replay code. I'll have a look at it. Something like that. I like doing these cheat police videos. They're very fun, and hopefully I can like educate people a little bit on how cheats work. And I think that's kind of the primary goal of this video, is to get people a little bit more educated and what to look for when people are cheating, and my reasoning why I think people are cheating or not cheating. I think it's a lot of fun to do. So anyway, I guess thank you guys for watching, but I'm sorry this video wasn't better. Anyway, I love all of you guys, by the way, super dearly. I'll see you guys later.